Bronx Knights Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Thank you for joining me. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel move along. This is a created franchise called the Bronx Knights on MLB The Show 20 on the PS4. The Bronx Knights have taken the place of the Houston Astros in the American League West. On the screen, you can see the standings. It is late July after the All-Star break. They are 66-37. They're in first place with a 6.5 game lead over the second place Mariners. Let's jump into the calendar and see what's next. So it's a 4-game set at home against the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Unfortunately, I've lost 3 straight, and if I lose one more, it's going to be a 4-game sweep by the Angels, so I got to try to avoid that. So let's jump into that next game in the schedule. Play game. Okay. Play full game. We are the home team at Classic Yankee Stadium. Looks good. Joey Pollard is the starter. Benny Losicero is going to take a day off. And Manuel Margot is going to play instead. Saps, Termini, Margot will hit 9th. As you can see, Bronx Knights Chris Ramos leads the American League in home runs. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So welcome to a presentation of Major League Baseball here at Classic Yankee Stadium. Is the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim get their brooms out and try to sweep a 4-game set with the Bronx Knights. So on the mound for the Knights is Joey Pollard. He's making his 18th start of the season. He's 12-4 with a 3.32 earned run average, and he is in the conversation for a Cy Young Award. And leading off for the Angels is Cliff Floyd, hitting 273, 24 homers, 50 runs batted in. Here comes the first pitch of the game from Pollard. Pitch is low, ball 1. Bronx Knights are 29 games over 500, good for first place in the AL West. That is the shortstop, Jacob Salazar, and today's right fielder, Manuel Margot. Just misses outside, count is 2 balls and no strikes. Misses inside with the knuckle curve. 3 balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light so early in the game? Let's see. Takes a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hitters count. Swing and a miss out in front of the circle change. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Outside, ball 4. He walks the leadoff man here in the top of the first. Next up is Wilmer Defoe. 237, 3 homers, 16 RBIs. Part-time player. And the hit and run was on, but he fouled it back. Strike 1. Grounds it to Termini over to second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. It is a fielder's choice out at second. So there is 1 away here in the first. Next up is Nolan Arenado, the third baseman. He's hitting 275. 21 homers, 54 runs batted in. Low ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Deep drive, long run for O'Rourke, but he makes a running catch for the second out. Nice play by O'Rourke in left field. Starting lineup for the Angels, Cliff Floyd led off. Wilmer Defoe is the shortstop. Nolan Arenado at third. Ronald Acuna Jr. is at center. Domingo Santana is the DH. J.J. Bleday in right. Matt Beatty is at first. Bo Naylor is the catcher. And Jahmai Jones is the second baseman and batting 9th. So Ronald Acuna Jr. is up with 2 down here in the first. 323, 15 homers, 45 runs batted in. And he pops it up to the third baseman. Termini settles under it, makes the catch, and retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. And at the end of a half an inning, it's Los Angeles Angels nothing. Bronx Knights coming to bat. Pitching for the Angels, George Kirby, making his 19th start of the season. He's 4-9 with a 4.88 earned run average. And leading off for the Knights is the center fielder, Max Lukowicz, 322, 4 homers, 28 runs batted in. He also has 30-plus doubles and 30-plus stolen bases. And it is a ground ball to the second baseman, throws off balance, in time, 1 pitch, 1 away. Almost beat that out, but Bronx Knights, Max Lukowicz just grounded out. Don Mattingly's at first. Chris Ramos is at second. Michael O'Rourke's in left. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop. Matt Saps is the DH. Matt Termini is at third. Anthony Millo is the catcher. And Manuel Margot is playing today in right field, giving Benny Lo Cicero a day off. So Don Mattingly steps in, the first baseman hitting .313, takes high ball 1. In this American League West, the Bronx Knights are first. The Los Angeles Angels are in last. However, Angels have won 3 out of this 4-game set so far, looking to sweep. That is high. It is far. It is gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. That is home run number 19 for Don Mattingly. And the Bronx Knights take an early 1-0 lead. Oh, yeah. Round them bases. And the crowd is alive. Let's see the replay. Boom. Into the bleacher creatures. So, the second baseman, Chris Ramos, 372, 38 homers, 98 runs batted in. He led all All-Stars in votes for this year's American League game. And he hits it high and deep, back-to-back and belly-to-belly. Chris Ramos hits home run number 39 on the season, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Bronx Knights. Oh, yeah! Beast! Let's look at this replay. Boom! Off the facing of the second deck. Michael O'Rourke steps up. 341, 24 homers, 79 runs batted in. Takes it off the plate, ball 1. A little late on the fastball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Michael has 130 hits on the season. Low, 2-1. And this is deep. Back goes the right fielder. He's looking up. It is Gonzo. 3 home runs back to back to back. O'Rourke hits his 25th of the season. He tries to take second base with him. It is permanent, my friend. It's a 3-0 ball game for the Bronx Knights. Oh, the antics continue from Michael O'Rourke. Let's look at this replay. 3 home runs in a row here in the bottom of the first gives the Bronx Knights a 3-0 lead. So next up is the shortstop, Jacob Salazar, 330, 13 homers, 67 runs batted in. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Kirby. And he skies it the other way. This one, it will be playable. He makes the catch for the second out. So the streak stops at 3 here in the bottom of the first. So next up, the DH, Matthew Saps, is hitting .279, 18 homers, 62 runs batted in. He has not had much success at home, only a .215 average at home this season. Pitches low, ball 1. Off the plate inside, count is 2 balls and no strikes on Saps. Bounces around the infield, sometimes plays a little short, a little second, can also play third. And that is a line drive, base hit towards the gap. Long run, he does get to it, but he turns around second. He's racing to second. He makes it. It is a 2-out double for Matthew Saps, his 18th of the season. And they have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Well, check that, with 2 outs. Pardon me. A little excited over those home runs. So Matt Termini, the third baseman, steps up. 306, 7 homers, 50 runs batted in. Runner at second and 2 out. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Ball 2, count is 2 balls and no strikes on Termini. Kirby is prone to giving up the long ball, as you've seen in this bottom of the first. Out in front of the changeup, count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Matt Saps leads off second. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Chases the pitch high out of the strike zone, evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss at the outside, breaking ball on the side is retired. But 3 solo home runs gives the Bronx Knights an early 3-0 lead. Oh, yeah. Bottom of the second, Domingo Santana, the designated hitter, steps up to the plate to lead off the top of the second. 282, 16 homers, 44 runs batted in. Pollard has a 3-run lead. In there, strike 1. Swing and a miss over the top of the curveball, count is 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 1 out. Nasty breaking ball. It's Joey's first strikeout.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, J.J. Bleday.
So J.J. Bleday, 270, 12 homers, 42 runs batted in, steps in. He is the right fielder today. Just misses outside with the 2-seam fastball. Ball 1. Swing and a miss over the knuckle curve. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Deep drive in the gap. Long run for Lukulich. Will he get there? Yes, he will. Nice running play for out number 2. Mighty Max can cover a lot of ground in center field. So Matt Beatty, 225, 4 homers, 23 runs batted in. First baseman steps in with 2 outs. Keeps missing off the edge with that 2-seam fastball, so it's ball 1. Circle change in there, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike on Beatty. So the Bronx Knights are 66 and 37. Trying to avoid being swept 4 straight here in Yankee Stadium. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So far they're up to a good start. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. 1.5 innings of baseball completed, and the Bronx Knights lead 3-0. So we go to the bottom of the second. Anthony Millo steps in. He is the catcher, hitting .248, 9 homers, 42 runs batted in. I don't want to say anything and jinx him, but it seems like he's lost a little weight as the season has progressed. Ground ball to the third baseman. Arenado fires across the diamond. 1 pitch, 1 away. Defensive alignment for the Angels in the outfield from left to right is Cliff Floyd, Ronald Acuna Jr., and J.J. Bleday. And in the infield from left to right, Arenado, Defoe, Jones, Beatty, and Bo Naylor behind the plate. So stepping in there, giving a day off to Benny Los Cicero's Manuel Margot. And he swings at the first pitch and flies to right. Settling under it is Bleday. He makes the catch for out number 2. So the lineup turns over and up steps the leadoff man, Max Lukulich. He grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Been in a little bit of a slump lately since the All-Star break. And he slaps it down the left field line into the seats. Strike one. He has 32 doubles, which leads the Knights in that category. Checks his swing. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Skies it to left. Cliff Floyd barely has to move. He makes the catch to retire the side. So after 2 innings of baseball, the score remains Bronx Knights 3, Los Angeles Angels nothing. So we go to the top of the third. Bo Naylor steps up. He's hitting .263, 11 homers, 38 runs batted in. He made the All-Star team this season as in the catcher position. He was on the roster. Was not a starter. And that is a line drive base hit to center. First pitch of the third, and they have a leadoff man on. First hit of the game for the Angels. So batting ninth is Jahmai Jones, .246, 12 homers, 37 runs batted in. Swing and a miss, strike 196 on the radar gun. Quick throw to first. He's back. At the knees, strike 2. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Jones. High strike, inside corner, he calls him. And that's strikeout number 3 for Pollard. Wins leaders in the American League. His teammate, Eli Ramos, has 14 wins to lead the American League. As you can see, Pollard is in second place with 12. If things stay the way they are, he'll have 13. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Cliff Floyd walked in the first inning. The leadoff man steps in again with 1 out here in the third. And at the knees, strike 1. Pitch is low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he pulls the knuckle curveball into the seats. Count is 1 and 2. Oh, deep drive. This has got a chance. Back to the track. Lukulich makes the catch at the deepest part of the ballpark for out number 2. He gave that ball a ride. But it's just a long out here in the top of the third.
The bat, number 1.
So Wilmer Defoe grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1. He's a runner at first and 2 down here. At the knees, strike 1. Shallow fly ball to right. Margot is there. He makes the catch to retire the side. So, 2.5 innings of baseball been played. Remains a 3-0 lead for the Bronx Knights. So, bottom of the third, Don Mattingly hit a solo home run, the first of 3. He is 1 for 1, obviously. At the knees, strike 1. That was home run number 19 for Donnie Baseball. Just gets a piece of the curveball. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on the hit man. Inside off the plate, count is 1 and 2. And he pulls it foul towards the camera well, first base side. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. No out here in the bottom of the third. Just misses the outside corner. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, bases empty. Here comes the payoff pitch from Kirby. And that is a line drive to center, a base hit. And he is 2 for 2, and they lead off the bottom of the third. Check that. with a base runner.
Now batting.
Here's the replay.
The second baseman, Chris Ramos.
So the second baseman, Chris Ramos, steps up to the plate. He also had a home run, solo homer, his 39th of the season. And he hits this one high and deep, but playable for the center fielder, Acuna Jr., who makes the first out of the inning. Mattingly retreats to first.
The batter, the left fielder, Mike.
So, Michael O'Rourke, solo homer, third of 3. Steps up with 1 out and a runner at first. Here in the third. And he pulls it to the first baseman, throws over to second for 1. Back to first, scooped nicely, 3-6-3, double play to retire the side. And at the end of 3 innings of baseball, the Bronx Knights still have a 3-0 lead. So the top of the 4th, Nolan Arenado lined out in the first. He's 0 for 1. He steps in against Pollard. It's a line drive to center that will drop in there in front of Luklich for a base hit. 1 pitch, 1 hit. So they lead off with a single.
The center fielder, number 13, Ronald Acuna Jr.
So Pollard, I don't know why they're showing us that stat. 3 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs. And that is a line drive to center as well. Oh, he falls down. Because he falls down, he's going to go to third. So runners will be at first and third with nobody out here. And the Angels are threatening. Just lost his balance. So next up is Domingo Santana in a RBI situation. He struck out in the second. Swinging a miss at the 2-seamer, strike 1. Way out in front of the circle change count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Santana hitting well under 200 under the Mendoza line with runners in scoring position. Swinging a miss, strike 3, and there's 1 away. He does not get the runner home from third base. Strikeout number 4 for Joey.
Next to the Angels, the right fielder, J.J. Bleday.
So J.J. Bleday steps up, still has a chance to score that run from third base. He's 0 for 1. At the knees, strike 1. Fouls off the pitch. Count is quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Grounds it. Salazar to second for 1, back to first. A double play to retire the side. And the shutout is preserved. So we played 3.5. It's the Bronx Knights leading 3-0. 6, 4, 3. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Jacob Salazar, 2 for 14 in this series. He's 0 for 1 today. And he pulls it, but right at J.J. Bleday and right. 1 pitch, 1 way. Now 2 for 15 in this series.
Now batting, number 31.
Matthew Saps doubled in the first. Steps in for his second plate appearance. Grounds it to the third baseman. Arenado throws across, and 2 pitches, 2 outs. Has the potential to be a very quick inning for Kirby, who has settled down since that first inning. Matt Termini is up. He struck out in the first. He is 4 for 7 in this series, though. Pitch is high and tight. Ball 1. And tries to pull it past Arenado, but is unsuccessful. He throws across to retire the side. So 4 innings of baseball. Still a 3-0 lead for the Bronx Knights. So we go to the top of the 5th. Matt Beatty, the first baseman, is 0 for 1. Steps in.
The first baseman, Matt.
Just rolls it over on pulls it foul. Two-seamer, strike one. Inside, off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he hits it the other way. Long throw for Termini. He makes the play. Nice play. They had the shift on, so Termini was the only fielder on the left side. ERA leaders in the American League entering play. Ryan Yarborough of the Baltimore Orioles, 3.01. But as you can see, Joey Pollard is on the list. So is his teammate, Eli Ramos. So Bo Naylor has a single in the third. He's 1 for 1. Swing and a miss, strike one.
0-1's the count.
And it is a deep drive to right, but playable for Margot, who makes the second out of the inning. Nice catch.
Up next for the Angels, the second baseman, Jemai.
So, batting ninth is Jemai Jones, struck out in the third, steps in with 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike one, 97 on the radar gun. Jemai was 1 for 3 with a single yesterday. Circle change off the plate, 1 ball and 1 strike on Jemai. Knuckle curve in there, count as 1 and 2. Swing and a miss at the high fastball, and the side is retired. So 5 shutout innings for Pollard after 4.5. It's the Bronx Knights 3, the Angels of Anaheim nothing. So stepping in is the catcher, Anthony Millo. He is 0 for 1.
The catcher, number 43.
Way out in front of the slider. Strike one. So since that 3-run first inning, Kirby has settled down. Pops it way up the elevator shaft. Bo Naylor makes the catch at foul territory for the first out.
The right fielder, number 13.
So Manuel Margot, the number 9 hitter today, flew out in the second. He's batting .302 in limited play as he's takes ball 1 outside. In sporadic play, he is 7 for his last 12. Those were not 4 games in a row per se, but fouls it off. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. When he gets an opportunity, he does take advantage. Out in front of the changeup, count is 1 ball and 2 strikes on Margot. Right at the third baseman on a hop, throws across, and 2 down here in the 5th.
Now batting,
So the leadoff man is 0 for 11 in this series. He's flew out, he's grounded out in today's game. He's 0 for 2. Inside off the plate, ball 1. 28 runs batted in is not third on the Knights. It's not even close. So, and he hits it in the gap. Long run for the center fielder, but he makes the catch. And he's now 0 for 12 in this series. So 5 innings complete. It's an official ball game. Bronx Knights have a 3-0 lead. Yeah. So we go to the top of the 6th. Cliff Floyd, the leadoff man. Officially, he's 0 for 1. He did walk in the first. Pollard sets and delivers. Ground ball up the middle. Stabbed by Salazar. Throws across. In time, 1 away.
the bat, number 1, shortstop,
Wilmer Defoe, 0 for 2, steps in. Swing and a miss at the 2-seam fastball, strike 1. And he grounds it foul up the first base line. Count is 0 and 2. Only 51 pitches so far. This is pitch number 52 of the inning. 52 of the game, pardon me. Fouls it off. Count remains at no balls and 2 strikes on Defoe. And it is a line drive smash and will go all the way to the wall. Lukelich is unable to cut it off, and it will be a stand-up double here with 1 out in the 6th. That is number 9 in the doubles column for Willem Defoe. Tried to cut that off, but was unable to catch up to it. So, the very dangerous Nolan Arenado had a single in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. And he smashes it. Long run for Margot. He makes the catch. Brilliant play for the 2nd out. He had to really get on his horse for that one. I wonder if they'll show us a replay. Ah, they're taking the play for granted. He had to really put on the burners for that one. Ronald Acuna Jr. is 1 for 2. He's 3 for 13 in this series with a homer. He has a runner in scoring position with 2 out. Outside corner, strike 1. Just misses with the curveball low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Knuckle curve finds the corner. Count is 1 and 2. And he pulls it foul into the seats. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Runner leads off second. Oh, that's gone. We have a 3-2 ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Acuna Jr. here in the top of the 6th hits his 16th home run of the season, a 2-run shot, and it is suddenly a 1-run ball game. Silenced the crowd. Ooh, golfed it. So with 2 outs, Domingo Santana steps up. And he pulls the 2-seamer foul, strike 1. Line drive to Donnie Baseball. He makes the catch to retire the side, but not before they get 2 on the 2-run shot by Ronald Acuna. And after 5.5, it's the Knights 3, the Angels 2. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. Donnie Baseball steps in. He's 2 for 2 with a homer and a single. His batting average is at .317 on the season. And it is a ground ball base hit through the box, and he is 3 for 3. And the Knights have the leadoff man on here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the replay. Ground ball up the middle with eyes. So Chris Ramos steps up. He is 1 for 2. 2 right-handers warming up in the Angels bullpen. Pitches inside ball 1. He has 39 homers and 99 runs batted in on the season. Backdoor slider. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. John Brebbia and Emmanuel Clace warming up in the bullpen. Outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. That is high, it is far, it is gonzo. That is home run number 2 of the ball game for Chris Ramos, his 40th of the season, and RBI's number 100 and 101 on the season, and they have just taken a 5-2 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Beast. Let's see the replay. Boom. Oh, yeah! For the bleacher creatures. So, pitching change for the Angels. Carlos Parra makes his 55th appearance. His record is 1-0 with a 5.80 earned run average. And he will face Michael O'Rourke, who homered in the first inning. And here it is. Boom. So there's still nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth. It's a 5-2 advantage. Pitches on the outside corner for strike one. Outside off the plate, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. That was Michael O'Rourke's 25th homer of the season in the first. Checks the swing, pitches low, count is 2 balls and 1 strike.
Count is 2-1.
Checks the swing, but it's in there for a strike. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it's low, count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he walks him. So the first man power faces, he walks. And there's still nobody out here in the sixth. So next up is the switch hitter, Jacob Salazar, who's 0 for 2 today. Bullpen is still active for the Angels. Runner leads off first is O'Rourke. And that is a deep drive, ladies and gentlemen, but playable for Cliff Floyd, who makes the catch for the first out. Hit it on the nose, but right at Cliff. So he is 0 for 3 today. So with 1 out and O'Rourke still at first, Matthew Sapsis has a double in today's game. He's 1 for 2. Steps in with 1 out here in the bottom of the sixth. And he grounds it down the third base line. It goes foul. Count is 0-1 on Saps. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. He goes for second. Throw is not in time. It is a stolen base for Michael O'Rourke. He has been a pretty decent base stealer this season. He must be up to 16 or 17 steals. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Now he's in runners in scoring position. And he hits it to the second baseman, who boots it, picks it up, throws to first, and not in time. They'll probably call that an E4. Yes, it is E4 on Jahmai Jones. And suddenly there's runners at first and third and only 1 out. And they already have a 5-2 advantage. So pitching change yet again for Alex Wood, who actually pitched, who was an opener in one of these games. 29th appearance, 8-4 with a 5.01 earned run average. So Matt Termini is 0 for 2 today, but he has a runner at third and less than 2 outs. Can get that run in without the benefit of a base hit. Let's see what happens. And he fouls off the 2-seamer, strike 1. Matt Termini's hitting .344 with runners in scoring position. And he lines it, but it goes foul. And quickly the count is no balls and 2 strikes on third baseman Termini. And he slices it the other way and hits the tarp. It's foul ball. Count remains 0-2. Alex Wood sets and delivers. Backs him off the plate. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hard ground ball to the shortstop. He drops it, boots it. Over to second for 1, back to first, and not in time. It's going to be an RBI ground out. Fielder's choice. Termini will be credited with the RBI. It is 6-2, Bronx Knights lead with 2 outs here and a runner at first. It was a tailor-made double play, but Defoe booted it. So Anthony Millo is 0 for 2. He steps in. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 4-run lead for the Knights. Termini leads off first. Inside, ball 1. And he's going. Pitches in there for a strike. Throw down to second is not in time. It is a stolen base for Matt Termini. And they now have a runner in scoring position with 2 down. So count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Miller. Low in the dirt, blocked nicely by Naylor. No advance in the base paths. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Grounds it to the third baseman. Arenado throws across in time, and the side is retired, but not before Chris Ramos hits a 2-run homer to lead the charge at the end of 6. It's the Knights 6, the Angels 2. So we go to the top of the 7th. Joey Pollard still out there. He faces J.J. Bleday, who's 0 for 2. In there, strike 1. Just gets a piece of the circle change. Count is 0-2 on Bleday. And nubs it off the mound. It's going to be, are they going to call it an error or an infield hit? They're giving him an infield hit, but to be completely honest with you, Joey Pollard misplayed that ball off the mound. He approached it poorly. But in any event, there's a runner at first and nobody out. Matt Beattie steps up. He's 0 for 2. And he grounds it, knocks it down with his body, throws to second, not in time. It's an infield single for Matt Beattie, and suddenly there's runners at first and second and nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Checked at the top of the 7th. So manager, bullpen. I want to go Argios and Caleb Smith. And I want to do a mound visit to calm him down. A lot of confidence, but just want to make sure he's feeling okay. Bo Naylor, the catcher, steps up. He is 1 for 2 with a single in the 3rd. Deep fly ball the other way, but O'Rourke is there. He makes the catch for out number 1. No advance on the bases.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Number 9 hitter Jahmai Jones has struck out twice today. Steps in with runners at first and second. And he lines it the other way, but foul. Strike 1. Grounds it to Salazar. Cross second for 1. Back to first. Double play. 6-4-3 double play. Side retired. It is time for the 7th inning stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Get up and stretch. Bronx Knights lead by 4. It's 6-2. So bottom of the 7th, John Brebbia comes in. 38th appearance, 2-1, 4.38 earned run average. And he will face Manuel Margot, who's 0 for 2. Grounds it past the third baseman, and finally somebody gets it through that hole between short and third. Nolan Arenado has been a vacuum cleaner over there, and that's the first time something has gotten past him. So in any event, the leadoff man is up. Max Lukulich is 0 for 3. He's 0 for 12 in the series. He has been slumping badly in this 4-game set. I'm sure he'd like to get things on target. Quick throw to first. He's back. Ball 1 outside.
Ball 1, no strike.
And he's going in there. And he is out. Margot is caught stealing, and there is 1 out. Bases are empty now. He's got a really bad jump. Fastball, strong throw from Naylor. Gunned him out at second. Yep, got him. So the count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Lukulich. And it is a 1-2 hopper to the shortstop. Throws across, and he is 0 for 13 in this series. He needs a day off. So there are 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Up steps Don Mattingly. He's got the average up to 318 because he's 3 for 3 today with a homer. Chases a high fastball. Count is 0-1. Right at the pitcher, bounces off his chest, reaches, throws to first in time, side retired. Nice play by John Brebbia. And at the end of 7, it's the Bronx Knights leading 6-2. So here in the top of the 8th, Cliff Floyd steps in. He is 0 for 2. He did walk in today's game. In there, strike one. Oh, long throw. Will he make it? Yes, he will. Great play by Termini. Made a backhand stab, but then stumbled a bit into foul territory, but made the throw. Starter comparison, as you can see, Joey Pollard certainly has the edge. George Kirby just didn't have a very inconsistent start. Too many home runs. So with one out here in the top of the 8th, Wilmer Defoe steps in. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Grounds it down to third base. Nice stab. Long throw. And he is putting on a clinic over there at third base. Nice play by Matt Termini. So league leaders in complete games. Joey Pollard actually is on the list. He has had 3 complete games. I don't think he'll pitch the 9th, though. Catfish Hunter. Nolan is in there, 1 for 3. Swing and a miss at the 2-seamer, strike one. Checks the swing with the circle change, hits the strike zone. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. And he fouls off the inside fastball. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. Just misses outside. He wanted that pitch. 46,766 here in Classic Yankee Stadium. Not a sellout, but close. Pitch is outside. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the 8th. Base is empty. It is a 4-run ball game. Hard slash down the first base line, but it is a foul ball. Jams him back to the screen. He's fighting him. I think that no matter what happens, this is the last batter that Joey Pollard will face. Misses outside. Count is 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Payoff pitch. Ronald Acuna Jr. is up on deck. And he pulls it foul yet again. Refuses to stop fighting. Just gets a piece of the changeup. Checked out the curveball to stay alive. Fouls off the 2-seamer. We'll do it again. And he refuses to stop. This is a battle. Pitch number 13 of this at-bat. And he skies it right at Manuel Margot, who makes the catch for the final out of the inning. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 6-2 lead for the Bronx Knights. Before Chris Ramos steps up to the plate and Emmanuel Clace pitches against him, we're going to go to the manager's office and the bullpen, and we're going to put Telly in there with a 4-run lead, and we'll sit Caleb down, and we'll warm up Delling just in case. 2 home runs for Chris Ramos today. He's 2 for 3. Home run number 39 and 40. Base hit up the middle from the first pitch here in the bottom of the 8th. That is his 3rd hit of the ball game. Next up is Michael O'Rourke. Right-hander warming in the Angels bullpen. 1 for 2. A little late on the slider, backdoor slider, strike 1. Ramos leads off first. There is still nobody out here in the 8th. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Naylor. Unnecessary throw to first, but on the money. Sir Anthony Dominguez is warming in the bullpen for the Angels. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on O'Rourke. 2 balls, 1 strike. Grounds it to the third baseman, over to second for 1, back to first. Not in time. It is a fielder's choice out at second. First out of the inning, O'Rourke will be at first base. Nice play. Backhand. His momentum carrying him into foul territory as he throws a strike to second. So Jacob Salazar is 0 for 3 today. 1 out, runner at first. 6-2 ball game. O'Rourke already has a stolen base today. Would not surprise me if he's looking to steal again. Big lead at first. Outside count is 1 ball and no strikes on Salazar. And he pulls the slider foul, counting is at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he pops it up behind the plate. Bo is there. Foul territory, makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, number 31.
So Matt Saps is up, but we'll have another pitching change. Sir Anthony Dominguez will make his 39th appearance. His record is 2-4 with a 4.46 earned run average. He'll face Matt Saps. Matt is 1 for 3 with a double today. Pitches outside, ball 1. Quick throw to first, keeping O'Rourke close. I know about his ability to steal bases. Sneaky quick. And he's going. Strike thrown. Throw from his knees is not in time. It's the second stolen base of the game. O'Rourke is on a roll. Not even close. So runner in scoring position in 2 outs. Count is 1-1 on Saps. Single will score him. Inside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Count is 2-1.
Oh, he says he went. Said he broke the wrists. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leads off second. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Swing and a miss at the 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and the side is retired. So we go to the top of the 9th. Last licks for the Angels. They need 4 runs to tie. So in relief is Telly. Telly's pitched in 25 games. He's 4-5 with a 5.13 earned run average. And leading off is Ronald Acuna Jr., who in the 6th inning did this. Boom! So I'm sure he'd like to do that again. He's 2 for 3 today. 2-seamer in there, strike 1. Pitches outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Just misses inside off the plate. We'll go to the manager's office. Manager, bullpen. Dellin, sit down. John Smoltz, warm up. Few runners get on. I'll put in John Smoltz. And that is a line drive, which is in there for a base hit, which will roll all the way to the wall. And he has a stand-up double here in the top of the 9th with nobody out. That's Acuna Jr.'s 23rd double of the season. Line drive shot between the fielders. No chance for Margot to get there. So Domingo Santana steps in. He's 0 for 3 today. Pitches low, ball 1. Curveball hits the outside corner, strike 1. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Domingo is hitting 176 with runners in scoring position. And he gets a hit, that average will go up. And he'll have an RBI single here in the bottom of the 9th. Check that, top of the 9th. It's a 3-run ball game. The Bronx Knights lead 6-3.
Now batting, Right fielder, J.J. Bleday.
So J.J. Bleday will step up. He's not yet the tying run at the plate, but things are getting a little dicey. He's 1 for 3. Grounds it. Salazar over to second for 1. Back to first. Not in time. It is a fielder's choice. So the first out is recorded here in the top of the 9th. So Matt Beatty steps in. There's 1 out. Runner at first. He's 1 for 3 with a single. High strike, but strike nonetheless. Count is 0-1. And he grounds it to Mattingly, who's over to first for 1. Back to first. Double play, side retired, ball game over. Bronx Knights win 6-3. So they get the getaway game. Unfortunately, they lose 3 out of 4 in this 4-game set at home, but they avoid the sweep by winning 6-3 in this contest. So the Bronx Knights, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. The Los Angeles Angels, 3 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Joey Pollard gets the win. It's 13th to win. He's 13-4. George Kirby gets the loss. I do not know how many wins and losses George Kirby has. Chris Ramos was 3 for 4 with 2 homers, 3 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. He is your player of the game. And that was a broadcast of Bronx Knights Baseball, a created franchise on MLB The Show 20. I am RC Robbin. Thank you so much for watching. If you're on YouTube watching this, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. It really means a lot. And if you like Dungeons and Dragons, make sure you check out the playlist that we have on this channel dedicated to D&D. So that's all for baseball. It's a 6-3 win for the Knights. You have yourself a great night.